So the best thing you can do is prep your
Over.
gear,
Yeah.
over prepare. Yeah, I mean, you get every little meticulous detail matters. I like to recommend guys do some target practice. If they're unfamiliar with, let's say a guy's like, hey man, I'm a pipe gun shooter, but I want to switch to wood gun and close track. I'm like, all right, man, it's gonna shoot straight, but you should probably do one or two shots on foam or something beforehand, just to or if you're chumming, man, shoot your chum, right? So
Yeah.
I have no problem with
Oranges.
shooting one fish for chum, right?
Yeah.
And getting a practice run in. It's first dive of the day. If it's slow, if it's fast, you don't want you don't want to waste your shot on the chum. But yeah, I recommend guys do a little bit of target practice. I mean, for my job, obviously you know my job. We practice on the range all the time, right? I think the same thing applies. You're going out to kill a target. You should be successful, and the way to ensure success is to go out and practice. So I think it's really important, man.
Yeah. It's that whole like drill, 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 so that I think that, the biggest thing too that I come across is just confidence. And for some reason, if you doubt yourself one bit, when you bring that gun up, you're going to wait a little extra and you're going to shoot like shit because you're not really, with a spear gun, you're not really even aiming it. You're bringing it up and firing. And it's like the longer you aim it with those longer guns, that front end floats around. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
the confidence
Yeah,
is
man.
everything.
Yeah, and that's where the physics of the relationship between the wood and the ballast and the balance of the gun in relation to the salt water, that plays heavily on that too. So that's where, when you do invest in a higher end gun, you expect that, right? You should be able to point your gun out, and it should feel like there's nothing there. It should feel weird. And my buddy JP talked to me the other day. He's like, man, I sent one of our other guys a gun, and he hit me up the other day, and he's like, dude, it was crazy. Like, I just it felt weird. Like, it should feel weird that you're pointing this gun out, and you should feel nothingness. It should feel light and airy, man. But
Yeah.
that's what you're gonna get that's what I like about the wood guns. You're able to control that. You have more control over how the gun acts in the water. So, and that takes maybe tons of time to research and develop, but it's another important aspect about shooting a gun.
Yeah, I hope the rest of the world is listening because we get a lot of shit for having our giant wooden guns from around the world. It's all good, but yeah, that was the thing that impressed me about your gun is when we were down in Baja, it didn't
Mm-hmm.
see many fish, but I wanted, same thing. I wanted to shoot your gun, and I remember like it was a pretty far shot, and it was like I think it was like a friggin' opal eye or something. But I wanted to bring that thing up, fired, and I hit it, and I was like, God damn, like that thing. No, I mean, excuse me, I guess. It was interesting because it did, like you said, it didn't feel like anything. And at that time, I kind of, copped it up to like, oh, it's the hybrid. It's that carbon fiber tubing. So it's a little bit more smoother. There's less resistance in the water and it's lighter, or it's more balanced. But yeah, that was the thing that like that one shot, I was like, wow, I just brought that up and shot that thing from like 20 feet away.
Yep.
And, yeah. And not to mention that, but also like down in Guam with the guys and trying their guns and using your gun on some dog tooth. It was just like, but that travel hybrid that I used, that thing was like, yeah, that really impressed me probably the most out of any gun I've shot in a long time.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, it is what it is. Like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
do you want to go into that a little bit? Like what you're working
Yeah.
on, your projects?
Yeah. So I guess I'll start out with the concept of a hybrid, because I get tons of questions on why hybrid, man? Because some people hate the look, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their preference, but why a hybrid? I grew up. Yeah. So after my aim right, my next gun was a Darrell Long, which I actually still own. It was a gift from my dad for graduating my pipeline. And I like Darrell, man. He's a good dude, but his guns are great. He's got a great product. And the thing about a hybrid is you're melding the benefits of a pipe gun with the benefits of a wood gun if you do it right, in my opinion. So the way I look at it is you want that maneuverability on the muzzle. With a wood gun, you can never ever get a piece of wood that thin safely, right? You're gonna bend the wood's gonna bend or break. With a carbon fiber or even an anodized aluminum tube, you get that maneuverability, which you noticed on the travel hybrid there. And the other thing, and this is the way I approach my hybrid specifically, is I like to beef up that wood area. And the reason I like to beef it up is because you have to add weight, right? You add wood, you add weight, like you have to. So what that weight does, not only does it ballast, but adding weight to the gun is a counter to the recoil, right? So with a hybrid, a lot of guys complain, "Oh man, my hybrid, I like it, but it punches so hard, dude." So when I initially started building them, I was like, I need to figure out a way to get more weight in the gun. So just fatten up the back stock, add some weight. And with 3 9/16 bands, and we can get into the difference, with 9/16, 5/8, or 14 mil, 16 mil for our Euro friends.
Yeah.
With the difference there is pretty amazing, man. I mean, with 9/16 bands, they tend to, in my opinion, they tend to wear out a little faster, but they have some snap, man, and they can sling that shaft pretty far, and they also don't cause as much recoil. Even with 2 5/8 bands versus 3 9/16, you'll notice that the recoil isn't very much different. So when you're adding that weight in the back of the hybrid, and you're adding that thin muzzle, it just creates a good product, in my opinion. So, and I love wood guns too, man. I alternate between my wood and hybrids all the time.